Hi, and welcome to Strap a Watch. I'm Michael Knapp Leather. Well, in today's episode, we're going to take a dive into the Tudor Black Bay GMT. Really cool watch. A lot of people refer to it as the Diet Pepsi in the watch world. I have a diehard subscriber, Mr. Mark Wolfson. Thanks for the order, Mark. And he just recently got one of these watches. He's out of Seattle, Washington. And he ordered, this is his second strap he's ordered with me, an intense blue Horween shell Cordovan leather strap for it. Red stitching, keep it in line with the Pepsi theme, right? And the first strap he ordered from me was a number 8 burgundy Chromexcel leather strap that he wanted made into a sports strap. So that was the first sports strap, rally sports strap I'd ever made. And so thank you for turning me out of that, Mark, because I probably made a couple dozen since. I've got that highlighted on my website. So you can see that's a pretty cool strap, and that was for his Yema Superman watch. But, Mark, he knows all about Horween Tannery. It's out of Chicago, Illinois. They're still there. They've been there since 1905. Mark has some ties to Chicago. My mother's side of the family's from Chicago. So I really have spent a lot of time in Chicago myself. Never been to the tannery. I hope to someday get over there. But I have a direct account with the Horween Tannery, which is nice. And I just got a couple new chips, a few chips of some new shell Cordovan. In fact, some new intense blue. So it feels good because I was getting pretty low. It's a very popular leather for an upper on the straps that I make. But Mark has a really cool pair of black Horween Chromexcel leather boots. Check these out. And, he knows leather. He knows how to do the care and maintenance of leather. So I really appreciate that. And there's a lot of people that watch my shows that really aren't so much into the watches. They're into the leather side of this. So it's kind of a multifaceted show. I know that. So on today's episode, again, we're going to focus in on the Diet Pepsi Tudor Black Bay GMT. You get to see me hand make this intense blue Horween shell Cordovan strap. So stick around after the intro. We'll get right into it. Thank you so much for joining me today on Strap a Watch. And here is that little remnant piece that I still had left in inventory. Like I said, I just got a new piece, a chip we call it, of this intense blue Horween shell Cordovan leather for these uppers for Mark's watch. And I'll tell you, I can't wait to show you the final product at the end. And I've already sent the strap to Mark. He's received it. So pretty soon coming up here, you're going to actually see final product shots and also some of them with the strap on his Tudor Black Bay GMT. And here it is again online. This is from the Tudor site, and here just to show you the pricing ranging depending on what kind of bracelet or strap you decide to go with. So if you want to save some money, you can get yourself one with a strap. And here they are right next, side by side with, of course, the big brother, the infamous Master 2 GMT Rolex Pepsi. And I have actually put in an order for one of these about 4 years ago. I've been on the waiting list. They said it'd be about 2 years. The biggest complaint that I have heard of people who own the actual Tudor Black Bay is the overall height of the watch. It's a pretty chunky watch, 15 millimeters. So, and this is me cutting out the calfskin lining. This is from the Haas Tannery in France. And they are just tremendous manufacturers of watch strap linings. This is Zermatt calfskin, and it's in a black. I just absolutely love it. I've only had this for a couple of weeks. I have another piece of the natural, it's called, and it's so soft and supple, and I couldn't be more pleased. So again, I'm filming this on April 3rd, but coming up in just a few days, April 7th, both Rolex and Tudor are going to be announcing and launching some of their new products, probably discontinuing some products. Are they going to be discontinuing the Milgauss line? I don't know. I have a feeling it's probably going to be a couple years before that happens, but you don't know. I know there's a lot of diehard Milgauss wearers out there. I've made, like I said, a few dozen straps for various Milgausses back from the white dial, which has been discontinued, but of course the black dial and the Z Blue are still in production. They're just very difficult to get. And I have a feeling, once that is discontinued, that pricing will end up going up and up and up. And long after I'm gone, say 50 years from now, I have a feeling that Z Blue dial Milgauss that I have will be in very high collectability demand. And who knows what the pricing will be by then. I wish I'd be around to be able to see all of that. But from the people that I know that own this watch, the Tudor Black Bay GMT, they love it. And even though it is kind of a bigger, chunkier watch, they say they get very well used to that size, and it's pretty short order. This is the main keeper, and this is one of the things that Mark had requested on the original strap, and of course this strap as well, is a very thicker main keeper with no secondary keeper. And I cut out two strips. One just happened to have Horween on the back side. So just in case, I usually cut out more than enough in case if I skive down and I cut into it too much and I've made it then too short or what have you. I always cut out a little bit extra so that I make sure I do actually have enough for the keepers. And you saw me using my Regad machine there. That helps to burnish, and it puts in a nice decorative indent along the perimeters. And now I'm getting ready to glue. These are the actual rough cuts, I call them. So, everybody that does watch straps, makes watch straps, has their own unique little style. I've, of course, got my own style. Some guys cut everything down precisely to size and then, try to be very precise in the gluing. And what I do is kind of the opposite. I glue everything together in larger rough cuts, and then all together I cut it down to size, and it just works better for me. I think I get a better product out of it that way. I don't have to take as much time trying to lay the leather down on top of each other, just so precise. And everything then is all nice, even lined up, ready to go after you just, you cut it down to the original or the final size, the final product size. So, and you'll see that here in just a moment. Here they are. I've already just cut them down to size, so you can see what I'm talking about. And right here, I'm getting ready, of course, you've seen this on the show several times if you watch my channel, getting ready to insert the quick release spring bar lug pins Mark had ordered. And what we're doing with this, the Tudor Pepsi has 22 millimeter lugs, and we're tapering it down to 18. And the reason is he wanted it actually cut down to 20. And then I contacted Mark back, a couple weeks ago and let him know, maybe a week ago, that I had a actual aftermarket Tudor 18 millimeter buckle in stock that I had ordered, special ordered for a gentleman a year ago for another Tudor watch. And he ended up changing the order around because he ended up getting a Tudor deployant and didn't need the buckle after I had already bought it for him. So I had this in stock, and I told Mark, listen, I'll just give it to you, buddy. I think I paid like $35 for it. It wasn't that expensive. So, that was last year. So he said, okay, yeah, let's cut it down 22 to 18. So it has a very nice taper to it. I love it. So you can see the taper, going from the lug pins down to the point end. And Mark, I'll tell you what's so cool about Mark, because he's ordered from me in the past, is we know his wrist size perfect. And in the final products, you'll see he's in the exact middle hole, a buckle hole. And he is a 112 by 78. I mean, that's how accurate we have this down. And you'll see it's a perfect fit. Of course, here I am saddle stitching the point end. And then I had to do that first because now doing the main keeper, and this is tough with these really thicker keepers. I've only done this on a few different watches because I sew directly through the keeper. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. But I needed that other end, the point end, finished to be able to use it as the reference right here going in to get that sized perfectly around so that it would fit nice and snugly. And here I'm using a little bit of toconol on the lining side of it. We call it the flesh side of the leather. Shell Cordovan is tanned so perfectly, it's not like there's an actual flesh side. But you have the skin side is the upper, and the flesh side is the reverse side of leather. That's just kind of how we term it. And here I am gluing the big main keeper together. And what happens, I don't have to stitch that right now. I actually, like I said, I stitch directly through as I'm stitching the entire perimeter of that buckle end together. So you'll see that again in the final product. And I can't wait to show you guys this final product. Talk about a Pepsi theme. You know, it's got a black dial. The Tudor Black Bay has a black dial. And, of course, the Pepsi red and blue bezel. So Mark ordered black edging with dark red stitching. And, of course, this intense blue upper. And I put in this Zermatt black lining. I just think it all ties together. So it's very cool. And here I am gluing in that main keeper. So just a quick announcement, too. I've talked about it in the past. I've been actively working on an FAQ, frequently asked questions, webpage for my website. And I was trying to get all fancy. I get these kinds of things in my head of putting in, video to answer questions. And it's been taking so long, and I've got to get something put out. So hopefully this week you'll see, if you do visit my website, michaelknappleather.com, there will be a frequently asked questions page on there because, guys, I am in, like I call it, email jail for about an hour every morning, probably another hour on telephone calls. People call me direct. I have my cell number right on my website under my contact page of the website. And, it's 2 hours out of my day just answering questions people have. And a lot of times one of the things that guys want to do is ask for recommendations. And here's final product right here. Me trying to offer somebody recommendations of a guy I don't even know. They might go into a lot of detail about what kind of watch it is, the reference number, all this stuff. And they're asking me what I should make them. I don't know. It's up to what your attire, how you're going to dress for that watch, how are you going to wear that watch, what types of occasions are you going to wear that watch? So I try to steer away. I always say to anybody, get what you want, not what I am suggesting. Get what you really want. You can look on my gallery page, and that icon is on the footer of each page of my website. So, and also, if you hover over the About tab in the main menu, a drop-down menu pulls up, and you'll be able to see a whole list of different things in the About drop-down menu, and also the gallery pages accessed through there. There's a colors page that also offers the ability to see the colors, the stitching colors, and the edge paint colors, and all those kinds of things. So just to give you some, guidance for if you're visiting my website. But here's Mark's watch. Isn't it great? With the strap on there. Thank you so much, Mark, for sending me these. There's that Tudor buckle that I gave him. And you can see, because this is why I don't like sending pictures. Look at the color of the strap coming through with his camera. He's using a smartphone, right? So, and look at from that lighting. And this is why I don't like sending pictures. So you can see how much darker it looks. It's the same color. I mean, he hasn't done anything to the strap. But as opposed to, I'll show you one last final product, as opposed to this. I mean, that's the same strap. It's just different lighting, different cameras. And so when guys are asking me, hey, can you send me pictures of the thread color? No. So just to let you guys know, I don't send pictures online. You can visit my gallery page. Well, listen, I had a lot of fun this week. I hope you enjoyed this episode. God bless you all. Until next time, keep on ticking.